What up, y'all? I'm an addict named Austin. I got clean here at Serenity House in Abilene, Texas on October 19, 2014. I hope y'all are having a good day. I just wanted to jump on here and read the Just for Today with you. April 11th, a closed mind. A new idea cannot be grafted onto a closed mind. Open-mindedness leads us to the very insights that have eluded us during our lives. We arrived in an A at the lowest point in our lives. We just about run out of ideas. What we needed most when we got here were new ideas, new ways of living, shared from the experience of people who'd seen those ideas work. Yet our closed minds prevented us from taking in the very ideas we needed to live. Denial keeps us from appreciating just how badly we really need new ideas and new direction. By admitting our powerlessness and recognizing how truly unmanageable our lives have become, we allow ourselves to see how much we need what NA has to offer. Self-dependence and self-will can keep us from admitting even the possibility of the existence of a power greater than ourselves. However, when we admit the sorry state self-will has gotten us into, we open our eyes and our minds to new possibilities. When others tell us of a power that has brought sanity to their lives, we begin to believe that such a power may do the same for us. A tree stripped of its branches will die unless new branches can be grafted onto its trunk. In the same way, addiction stripped us of whatever direction we had. To grow or even to survive, we must open our minds and allow new ideas to be grafted onto our lives. Just for today, I will ask my higher power to open my mind to the new ideas of recovery. I was thinking about all of the ideas or the confusion or the contradiction that I got free from when I was new in recovery, right? Like I just brought some ideas and some ways of life into this program that weren't going to work for me, right? And so when I get here, there's a lot of work that happens in the beginning. It's kind of a selfish program in the beginning because I need to get myself in a place where I'm functioning, operating, living clean one day at a time, and learning and growing, right? And that's a process. And so if this reading felt like there was a lot of pressure on you, all of this, for me, the step working process happened the way it was supposed to happen, when it was supposed to happen. I showed up and did my part most of the time. And when I did, I realized I was right where I was supposed to be, right? And so I wish I could tell you that I came in here in the beginning with this open mind. Well, I had a pretty open mind, right? My options were very few. And so I came in willing to do this because I didn't have any other options. But I wouldn't say I necessarily had an open mind because I brought all these things in with me that I didn't think were going to, or I just brought all these beliefs in that weren't going to work out for me if I continued to believe them. And so having an open mind helps me get to a place that I can grow, right? And just being open-minded to new ideas. I'm really grateful that I don't still have the same belief system that I had when I got here, because my life would be very limited and not very enjoyable, right? I thought that I was just going to come here and everybody was going to know who I was and just judge me for the person that I had been, and I was just going to be able to work and live out my punishment for the things I had done. But that's not true. I got here and I was able to change as a person, and today I get to live a pretty amazing, blessed life, right? It doesn't always feel like that. There's days when I wonder, but for the most part, man, I get to live a life I never dreamed of. I've been blessed to live two different lives, right? This is a completely different way of life for me. I get to be a part of things I never thought I would get to be a part of. I get to be in conversations I never thought I would even be able to engage in, and I get to be around people I never thought I would get to be around, right? That's a blessing. I get to help people like me. I get to have a purpose today, and that's all because I had an open mind. I wish I could tell you that was just like something that I walked in the door willing to accept all these new ideas, but that was a process for me. And I had to, I'm one of those, like, I have to see it to believe it. And so I had to see these things working in other people's life before I believed they could work in mine. Then there was a process after that. Once I saw them working in other people's lives and I wanted it to be true in my life, I had to put in a lot of work. And so I hope that helped. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope you have a good weekend, and we will talk to you Monday. Thank y'all for tuning in.